reaches from the inner mind to outer space. Please stand by.
This microphone decided not to record my intro or my outro. So hi, this is me stating 10 reasons why you should go watch the Netflix original series, The End of the Fucking World. So, go! I'll try not to spoil too much for those of you who haven't seen it and are interested in watching. So, here we go. These are the 10 reasons why The End of the Fucking World is worth watching and why I personally love it so much. These are not in order, by the way, and I haven't read any reviews, so everything I'm about to say comes from me personally. First, the color scheme and the lighting. In filmmaking, color is used to set the tone of the scene. In this TV show, you can see that none of the shots are bright and vibrant in color. Everything is more dull and lacking tint, which gives the series a more indie movie look. In most scenes, natural lighting is used and the artificial lighting is dimmed. You can also spot a lot of dark greens because a lot of the scenes are set in the woods. If I recall correctly, and I don't have an episode right in front of me, most of the time the sky was cloudy and the weather was bad-ish, and I had an overall feeling that the air is somehow somewhat humid. The next reason why I love this TV show so much is the soundtrack. The most popular tracks being Laughing on the Outside by Burnett Carroll, Lonesome Town by Ricky Nelson, I'm Sorry by Brenda Lee, and many more. The slow tracks of 1960s are a genius choice for bringing this melancholy of forgotten times, and it complements the storyline so well. I'm gonna link the Spotify playlist for the whole soundtrack that someone made. To be honest, that's all I've been listening to lately. Third reason, inner monologues. The main characters don't speak too much, but that doesn't mean that they're not filled with emotions. Their inner monologues are a clever way of showing that. As Alyssa, the female lead character, is more prone to have these external emotional anger outbursts, her inner monologues are more self-reflectant that she can't seem to say out loud. For James, he's analyzing everything. He seems to always think before he speaks, and his thoughts are pretty introspective and analytical. Speaking of which, the fourth reason why I love this show so much is James. It's just James, a character played by the talented Alex Lothar. James is... I'm soft for this character, okay? He's intuitive. He has this huge childhood trauma that makes him self-diagnose himself as a psychopath. But it turns out he's a very sensitive boy. He's shy, but he's protective. The show makes you fall for this misunderstood young boy. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just soft for folks like that. The fifth reason is the eye-level camera angles and how they stand completely still, a meter or two away from each other. It's also depicted on the poster of this series, which makes the frame significant to the show. And in season 2 you can see a new character being introduced, standing in the same pose, so if you haven't watched it, stay tuned for that. Sadly, I think it's known that we won't get the third season, so rest in peace, me. The sixth reason is a short one. It's the British accent, especially Alyssa's "what?"
You take off the hormone.
What?
You shit-tasted man.
Number 7. Clothes, cars, all the aesthetics. The fact that they drive on the left side of the road, which is obvious, but still. All of these little details give more character to the show. I even bought the shirt because I was so inspired. This is a red dad vacation type of shirt with palm trees, similar to the one worn by James in season 1. The trailer, the houses, woods, the fields, all of the scenery makes the show so pleasant. The eighth reason why I love The End of the Fucking World so much is the awkward pauses. When I was binging season 1, I felt so uncomfortable at times, but I loved it because I enjoy something that's weird. I love these moments when there's nothing to say or there's tension in the air. For me, it makes a show even more gripping. Maybe it's weird, but I would rather watch two mentally unstable people staring at each other, not saying anything, over a shooter action movie any day. The next reason why you should consider watching this TV show is psychology. If you like psychological dark comedy type of films, this one's for you. And you know, I do love me some psychology. I love their dynamic. The two main characters are like polar opposites, and ironically it's the reason why they stay together. Which brings us to the last but not least reason, the character development. Both Alyssa and James change during the first season and even more in the second one. At the end of season 2, Alyssa understands that she needs psychological help and even admits it out loud, which is a huge step for her character. James is also completely different in season 2. He's more open, he accepts his dad. Shoot, I am spoiling. I'm sorry, I'll just stop talking.